What the heck does AI optimized PPC campaigns even mean?
Wonderful question. I mean, how could you possibly know what that means when it's something as groundbreaking and new as like the Wild Wild West was? So in this video, we're going to be walking through all the things that AI can do for your PPC campaigns and why getting started and working with an AI-powered Google Ads agency is something that you should start to look at in 2025. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Hey guys, my name is Ian Binnick and I'm a search engine marketer with over a decade of experience. I'm the CEO and founder of Boosticle, and today we're going to be talking about PPC optimization in terms of AI. So let's get into it. We can't really begin to talk about AI without first understanding just PPC campaign basics. So specifically speaking, we're going to be talking about search campaigns here, and more specifically speaking, we're going to be talking about the optimizations that are happening inside of these campaigns when you hire a marketing agency or you hire a marketer to actually help you with these. So you can't really go about talking about PPC without getting into the topic of match types, bidding strategies, targets. So I'm going to just dive a little bit deeper into this. Whenever I was the CEO of Optimize Your Marketing, which was like more of a full service digital marketing agency, I coined this term for Google Ads. It was called first class optimizations, and I still use it to this day. I think it just makes sense. And so what are first class optimizations? Well, generally speaking, they're the things that move the needle in your Google Ads campaigns. So there are two here that are the most important, and they're the match types and the bidding strategies. So I'm going to try to explain this as if you were like, someone who knew nothing about Google Ads. And so I'm only assuming that you understand how the Google search works, which is you type things in and things pop up in the search. Okay. So match types, what are those? Well, when you have a Google Ads campaign, you actually are selecting a bunch of keywords that you want your business to show up for in Google when people type things. And match types are effectively modifiers that you place on your keywords that influence the different kinds of searches that can spawn your ads in the search. Okay. So they range from very broad to very defined. So essentially speaking, like if you wanted to go very broad here and your keyword, let's just say was Google Ads agency, and that was like something that you put inside of your campaign. Well, if you took a broad approach, someone could type in marketing agency and your ad would show up because it's remotely related to Google Ads agency. Whereas if you just did a defined approach where you said Google Ads agency is my keyword and I want to be very exact with it, then someone has to type in Google Ads agency or Google search ads agency and your ad will pop. So as you can imagine, this is one of the foundational pieces of your Google search campaign. So it does require a lot of daily analysis and testing. If you're not doing this, then you're going to be missing out on hundreds of dollars of optimized spend that could have been put into something that was better performing. And we'll get into all of this, daily analysis and testing, like how that's going to relate to how the AI comes in later. Bidding strategies is the second most important thing, and bidding strategies really is all about giving Google an understanding of what your campaign should be doing. So usually Google Ads campaigns are going to have a conversion, like you want to get conversions or people to contact you, which is primarily what everyone wants. Or you can prioritize clicks, you just want to get the most number of clicks. Or you can prioritize brand awareness, which means you just want to show up as high as possible in the search. You don't necessarily want people to click your ad, you just want to be in the conversation or in the consideration set when someone searches for something. And so as you can imagine, these are extremely meticulous strategies that you need to implement, and you need to get a lot of data around and perform some analysis on which one is performing best. This is one of the most time-consuming parts that your Google Ads strategist will have to do. And again, we'll get into it. AI can help a lot with this. So moving forward, let's talk about second class optimizations. So these things are not as important. They're not going to be moving the needle as much as your first class optimizations are, but they're still really important. So I'll just talk through them very briefly here. Ad targeting. When someone clicks on one of your Google ads, Google is going to capture a little bit more information than you're probably expecting on that. They're going to get demographic, firmographic, and even affinity data on things that you particularly like or dislike. And when that information is captured, Google has an index score that is placed on those audiences or on those targeting features. And if you start to realize that maybe a lot of your people like baseball, then you can actually set up what is called an advanced bidding adjustment inside of Google Ads, and that can then effectively allow you to show up more commonly and more aggressively for people that like baseball and are searching for Google Ads agency. Now, the other two here are kind of, I could almost put them in like realms of their own, or own like, classes, but ad headlines are crucial because they're ultimately what people see when they type things in Google. And if your ad was, or if your keyword was triggered, then your ad is going to show, and your ad headlines will dictate, if someone clicks through or not. And so having a strategic approach of testing different variants with your headlines, as well as in different orders, is really important. Now, obviously Google does this to an extent for you, but as the subject matter expert, you should be testing different orders that you think that make the most sense and not just letting Google handle it. And because of this, that's something that's very time consuming and requires a methodical approach. Otherwise, you kind of risk not understanding what is moving the needle in terms of click-through rate and in terms of those KPIs that you want to track. So again, it's methodical, time consuming. You're starting to get the picture here. A lot of this stuff that is needed to be done inside of your Google Ads is, the last thing I'll talk through is budget management. Essentially speaking, when you're running Google Ads, you usually give it a daily spend level. And so it could be like $30 a day, which would equate to about $900 a month. Or it could be as high as, $100 a day or $1,000 a day, or whatever. Okay. It doesn't matter. But there are things that can limit your Google Ads from showing, like policy updates, your match types potentially maybe being too strict, your ad targeting maybe being too strict. There's a number of things that can happen. And if you are an account specialist on an account and you have like 5 to 10 other accounts that you're managing, you might not actually notice that your ads in one of the accounts stopped running for a day or two. Now, this is a huge problem because if your ads stop running, then the leads stop coming through and the clicks to your website stop coming through. And so again, like having someone in your account 24/7 to manage this is crucial. No other service does this. No one's going to be in your account 24/7. The only thing that is AI. So let's get into a couple things that AI really helps with, and this is where what we call PPC optimization or AI PPC optimization comes into play. So number one, 24/7 monitoring. So as we talked about with the search terms, and we just talked about with the budget, it's going to be monitoring your account 24/7. So if something looks off, whether it's the search terms, you're getting a lot of like spammy clicks, or you're getting a lot more searches that you're populating for that maybe you don't want to be populating for, the AI will recognize that and say, hey, like, do you want to be showing up for this? Do you want me to like pause that for you real quick? Or you want me to add that as a negative keyword? And it's going to do that. So it's quickly identifying these trends on like a search term report. It's quickly adjusting for if your budget stops running. It's going to tell you, hey, you didn't spend any money in the last like 6 hours. Maybe there's something wrong. Can you check out the campaign? And it'll maybe say like, check if your policy is being triggered or not. So again, it's like this AI that's in your account 24/7 monitoring. Now, obviously this relates to those advanced bidding adjustments that we talked through as well, where essentially if you are seeing a higher trend of people that like baseball clicking on your ads, it'll say, hey, do you want to bid more aggressively for these people, and make that change for you immediately. That data analysis is going a really long way. And speaking of data analysis, the bidding process with AI is really different as well, because it's going to be able to tell you which bid strategy is going to perform the best. So if it's like the max clicks, or if it's max conversions or max conversion value, it's going to be able to get all that information for you very quickly and be able to help you adjust for that bidding strategy within like the first month or two. Whereas usually finding the right bidding strategy for your campaign takes months to do. So being able to do it within 1 month is already a massive improvement. Now, just to highlight the very simple facts here, you're saving a lot of time with AI. You're actually reducing ad spend as well, because you're not going to be wasting spend on search terms that maybe don't make sense. And you're also going to be not paying as high of a price for the Google Ad Specialist to be in your account. So you should effectively be spending less to get more as a result with AI optimized PPC campaigns. So how do you get AI powered Google Ads? Well, simply put, you're going to want to work with an AI powered Google Ads agency. So I don't recommend you going out and trying to do and learn Google Ads on your own. own. It's not a good usage of your time. As a business owner, you're going to have a lot of other things that are important, and it's not going to move the needle as much if you learn about Google Ads instead of you just finding the right offer, the right message. And so working with an agency like Boosticle is something that could really help with that. So we're an expert team. We've been through the ringer. We've done a lot of this stuff before, but we also have AI capabilities. So we're small and lean, and because of that, we're able to provide you with that human expert touch experience, so white glove experience, and all of the benefits of AI. Now, if for any reason you're unable to, afford a white glove experience right now, but you still want to have you make the most of your Google Ads investment, then we also offer our AI only. We call them Boosticle AI, and they'll be integrated into your account. And simply put, it's a very SaaS-like service. We are still doing a little bit of work to make sure that those recommendations that the AI is finding are being implemented in your account. But generally speaking, it's a completely hands-off approach. You're paying for a specialist, the AI Boosticle, but you're not paying for the human-led approach that you would be paying, which is a higher ticket service, right? So there's opportunities for both of these, but generally speaking, if you're running Google Ads, you need to be using AI. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.